Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel Prog Tech. In this tutorial, we will learn about the class and the object of OOP in PHP. What is class and what is the object? But we will discuss both things by the help of the example. Without wasting our time, we'll start the code. Now, here is the class. What is the class? Basically, the class initiated by the help of the keyword class. For writing the class, write the class, and after that the name of the class. For example, the name of the class is anything that you want. What? For example, car, and after that the curly braces for the class. Now, all the code about the class you have to write in these two curly braces and the class has the two things. Class has the properties and the method. Now what is the properties? The basically the first of all we'll discuss about the properties. I'll make the properties comment. Properties public. This is the property of the class, means that or make it safe. That is good. Now this is the property of the class, and for that time you have to ignore this. What is public? Just ignore this. I'll discuss in my next tutorial. Just ignore the public, private, anything. That just focus on the $x. This is the property. Anything you declared here with the public, private, protected keyword, this is our properties of the class. And now what is the methods? Method is actually the functions of the class. As when we work outside the class, we call them the function, but when we write these function in the class, we call them the method. That why we also call them the methods. Here I create the method, and for method function name show, and this is the function, and now the curly braces for the function, and write them in the class braces. Now here we use the $sign this in order to access or refer to this. $sign this is actually refer to the current object. Here, if I want to, sorry, here. It refers to the current object. $sign this is used to refer to current. Meaning, if we want to use $sign x, we use the $sign this in order to use the $sign x. And I say that $sign this arrow operator and $sign. Now, not use a $sign, only write the x. Okay, only write the x, and here give the value of x. If sorry, 5, and give it any variable q, and make it echo. Now the what is the object? The class is nothing without the object. We can't use the class without the object. It is nothing without the object. So in order to show the data with from the class or use its function from the class, we must have to create the object of the class. Now here is the question, how to create the object for the class. In order to create the object for the class, we have to use the keyword new. With the help of new keyword new and the class name, we have to create the uh, our object for the class. And I write the $sign w and use the new keyword new and my class name. Now uh, we want to access this function $sign w, that's point to the, and now the function name is show. Here is the object for the class. When we have to create the object for the class, then we use this variable and for accessing the any function of the class. Now we use the object. This is dollar sign w is basically the object of our class. Now this object class, and by the help of object we use this function. And now I call this function by the help of class and save it, and now go to our browser and check the result. What it give us the result? Make it give us the result 5, means that our function working correctly. Change, if I change it value to anything that you want, and go to browser and refresh it. Okay, give it me. It gave me the correct result. This is the small structure of the class and object. Class is nothing without the object. This is the class, and this is the property of the class, and the function that are designed or create inside the class are called the method. So this is the method of the class, and why we use this is actually used to refer to the current object. Means that in order to use dollar sign this or access this, you have to use the dollar sign this arrow operator and x. And now don't use here the dollar sign when you use the dollar sign this, and a simple sign to dollar sign q and echo them. After this I have to create the object for my class, and dollar sign w is the object for my class. And in order to create the object you just have to write the new keyword, and after that the class name. And when the object is created, now dollar sign w is the object, you have to call any function, any property of the class. So this is the basic structure or understandable code for our class and object and the classes. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Allah Hafiz.